watch the
live.
America.
We can't be live already. We
Welcome
ready
to sports. In layman's terms, I'm your boy Willie So, and to my right we have.
We got CB Franchise. What's up, America?
And to my left we have. Since just back.
I went on. Hi, America is to be TBD, to be determined. I was on vacation and vacating. Yeah. Happy New Year. Y'all must have missed me.
I had a Married with Children joke there.
You ain't missed me with no bullets unless you shooting blanks, sir.
until her left we have.
It's a work in progress. I'm gonna do something different this year, one time. But as always, not on yourself, then I pray for thee all.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, hold on, wait. I think I speak on behalf of everybody else on Sports and Layman's Terms when I say, what the fuck was that?
Hey man, I'm gonna be a nice this first week of the year. Or second week of the year.
What I miss?
When I tell you I've never seen everybody have a reaction of what?
I can't be genuine sometimes.
No.
What?
To the people, having you to
No.
That wasn't genuine.
No, that's not you. See, now that's you. That's you right there.
Welcome back.
Oh my God, they killed Kenny.
Bring
Oh
it back.
my God.
They killed Kenny.
Anyway, America,
You bastards.
as per usual, New Year, same old bullshit. We're beaming from our favorite watering hole, Snooker's Pool and Pub in Livonia.
Live on you.
And we got a lot to talk about. Hey, for those of you en route, the burger special is on. Come kick it with us. For those of you watching on YouTube, oh boy, what a sports week we've had already.
Great things that happen. Some great things.
Do I just open the floor to the slappy and just let him go with
you
it?
might as well, man. Let give him his time.
It's been a great,
I am so shocked today he's not wearing no
great
Michigan
last
stuff.
couple of days.
Did I miss something this week?
No.
Oh, please.
No.
Except for the hate that's sitting.
Did they play that little CFP championship game?
All right, I'm not.
Wait a minute. Was this past Monday? Go Blue, as I say. I'm sorry. But come on.
All right,
It was a domination above
Especially the
domination.
victory song.
Michigan
Whooped
beat
the brakes.
Washington soundly. They did. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines on winning the CFP championship.
Bet.
You know who else they beat?
First time in 27
Everyone.
years. Probably won't happen again for another
15-0.
27
They
years.
beat
Yes, they did.
everyone.
Yes, they did.
Everyone else put in front of them.
That part. So,
Always one
America,
group.
here's the thing. There's really no need for us to go through and rehash it. I know y'all saw it like we saw it. Michigan did that thing. Period. It's really no real analysis to be had. They whooped that ass. And personally, the one thing that I can say, I am probably the biggest Michigan hater on Sports and Layman's Terms. But there was a very acute and specific reason why it was, and it dates back about 30 years. We don't need to get all up into that. What I will say is this.
His knees were on the wrong leg. He
30
couldn't dribble.
years. Were you like 10?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Was
it.
about hit you in the head with the
But
Michigan football?
what I'm going to say is this. I made a declaration, and I put it on social media. I said, if they win this championship, all is forgiven. No more. You're not going to hear any more slander or hate for Michigan from me. That's the whip I know.
I'm allergic to bullshit right
You're
here.
not going to hear it
He's
from
back.
me.
He's back.
So
He's back.
they won just so that you can cheer for them now?
I didn't say I was going to cheer. I just said I ain't going to hate on them openly. Big difference.
Oh,
Okay.
you gonna hit on behind doors?
I'm not going to hate on them.
So you're going to cheer for them?
I'm not going to hate on them. There's
You
a
gonna sit there
very
with
indelible line
He's
between
gonna
those.
sit there with no kind of reaction on his face when they play. Not cheering,
I'll
not
just say,
hating, but not
good
cheering.
game. That's what you'll get from me.
That sounds like a cheer to me.
That's an acknowledgement, I think.
That's it.
That he's a
That's
loser.
it. I don't think as much hating as I've done on the University of Michigan athletic
Not
department.
you. Say it
I'm
so.
pretty damn sure that there is no way possible that I could ever actually go back to being a fan.
Let me ask you this question though.
I couldn't.
Do you hate Michigan more than you hate Dallas? Or do you hate Dallas more
Oh
than Michigan?
no. There's a special place in hell for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right underneath Satan's nutsack.
Mhm.
Wow, man, stop it. I thought you was a Green Bay hater. You hate a lot of people.
No, I actually
Also-
would take Green Bay before I would take Dallas, which is very scary for me.
I think that Satan has two nuts. So
Yeah.
Is it Saban or Satan?
Good night, everybody. This
thanks for
America.
all right. Because we're gonna
And
get off
into the
track
next segment.
already.
And into the next
We're
segment.
gonna get off track already.
Congratulations, Michigan Wolverines.
Congratulations, Michigan Wolverines.
Congratulations.
You have to say it.
You
What?
did.
3 words.
No.
You won't say "Let's go blue"?
No. I will not say
Congratulations.
let's go
Hold
blue.
on.
Hail to the victors.
I will not
Let's
say.
congratulate them,
Which,
man.
by the way, I was actually counting how many words held to the victors.
I know. Yeah, I know how to
But-
count.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not a fan. I'm just no longer a hater.
I'm going to say congratulations to the San Diego Chargers. Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah.
Moving on. There are some residual effects from the CFP championship. One of which is the future of the head coach, Jim Harbaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Franchise, where is he going? Is he staying? Is he going? And where is he going?
If he leaves, there's going to be one spot for me in my mind. It's going to be actually two, because I think a second team is kind of starting to grow on me. If he does leave, first and foremost, he's going to go to the Chargers. If he doesn't go there, maybe a slight chance he goes to Atlanta. But other than that, I think he's coming back.
Okay. Anybody else think that he's voting for the NFL?
Yeah, I think he's going to end up in San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's a question to ask. Once he hired that agent, man, come on now.
I think he wants to get back in the NFL because there's so much scrutiny going around.
Oh, so you
Team.
think the scandal that we can't talk about
Correct.
since they won the championship,
Correct.
that's the thing that's going to push them to the...
I think so.
I think
Because
that
at this point, it don't matter how many checks that you've done. It doesn't matter how many T's you've crossed. And now that you have one and it's undefeated, I feel like they're going to pillage through everything. And then make things a little bit more scrupulous and difficult for the upcoming season.
Well, I
I
mean,
think it's a little bit more
the
than that, though.
truth is that there is still a possible suspension
Mm-hmm.
coming for him. How bad that may be,
I think
Who
a little more
knows?
than that. I think that might sway a little bit more. But I think he got unfinished business in the NFL. He wanted that Super Bowl that he lost. he wanted another shot.
Well, tell your brother let you borrow the ring from time to time.
Wow, he might get 2 this time.
well, here's the thing, and
Might be able to share.
I don't think that he's going to the NFL, but it's not implausible.
Okay.
And what I will say about the scratching the itch for the Super Bowl ring, I think there's one thing that weighs on his mind more than going to get a Super Bowl ring, at least for right now,
Okay.
and that's his own ego.
Yes.
If he votes for the NFL now, well, what you were talking about, folks, see, and the first thing they're gonna do is start comparing him to Pete Carroll,
One Super Bowl.
Urban Meyer.
His brother.
Well, no, not his
not
brother,
his
because his
brother,
brother
but
never did college, and then
That's true. And then went back.
catch a case and then jet for the NFL. But I don't think his ego could take that type of scrutiny. I think he wants to stay and really cement his legacy as a champion in
So,
college.
well, ask this question though. If you're doing that, why hire that high-profile agent? Why do that?
Leverage.
For what? But
This gives Michigan, this tell
they don't
Michigan,
get
hey,
whatever you want. They don't leverage against
I
them.
know, but you always do this CYA.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one. Plus, I mean, it cover your bases.
You know what would be really
you
messed
wind up having. You might get a sweetheart deal. You might get a deal that's too good to refuse, and then you sort of kind of have to go.
You know what would be really messed up? What if he goes to Alabama?
Yeah.
All right. So since you spoiled that one, let's just go directly to it.
No, one thing though, before we move on, I think if he goes to the NFL, he's gonna have to have some say. Because at Michigan, he has every say how the football teams run.
And
True.
that is
That is true.
that
That is
honestly, that's the other reason why I don't think that
He's
he'll be
only-
going
He's
to the
gonna have
NFL
to be in
because
charge.
nobody,
Maybe a little bit of general manager duties.
right?
You know,
Nobody is going to give him all of that autonomy.
That's true.
Why not?
Because why would
Because they see exactly how it worked out the last time he was a head
Bill
coach.
Belichick got it.
And look at what's happening there.
Well, it's all these years. Come on now. What's going got with
it don't
my man
matter.
from Kansas City?
Bill Belichick cheated his whole way through that. So whatever.
What?
You heard what I said. I'm not repeating it.
But before,
Say what I said, huh?
because America this week, this is one of those weeks where college and the NFL sort of kind of bleed over.
Mm-hmm.
So let's address a couple of things. Maybe about an hour before we went on air, the news comes out that Nick Saban is retiring. The most decorated college coach of all time.
That's a lie. Get your numbers right.
Who has more championships than him?
More than him?
Yes.
No, but somebody got the same as him.
Who?
Bear Bryant.
No, Bear Bryant has 4, correct?
No, he don't.
How many you have?
He has 7.
We can fact check.
He has 7. He has 7.
7? Okay.
I know my numbers, man. And he got more SEC championships than Saban. Not saying Saban ain't no good.
Well, that's because, Nick Saban literally been everywhere. But that's neither here nor there.
But he got 12 though.
The best college coach of all time. Even though I can't stand Bama,
I think they got
and don't particularly care for Saban, he was a bad boy.
I ain't gonna say he wasn't bad, but I don't think the best of all time. No, I don't think that.
All right, I'll bite. Who?
I just gave you one.
Motherfucker, you weren't even alive to see Bear Bryant. What are you
talking
about?
But I know his numbers, man. I know his numbers. They talk about
and
that
that's
man.
hard for you to
they
do.
Talk
with
about
your
this man like they talk about Bear Bryant like he's God.
And Saban?
At Alabama.
and Saban?
They talk about like he's God now.
Paul Feinbaum came on the air crying. And Nick Saban literally just made another grown white man cry.
He's an SEC suck up. That's why.
Anyway,
you see anybody over there in California crying? Nope. See anybody in Michigan crying? Not a bit. Well, you know what Michigan think? We ran this motherfucker off.
Now, we also know that is going to be a narrative.
You know that's coming up.
That is going to be a narrative.
We ran this guy off.
And I'm really not going to be here for any of that.
But you know what?
You said you can't
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
Exactly. So next time you head to Dubai or wherever the hell you be going on vacation, I'm hanging with you.
I'm not going to say they ran him off, but I'm saying they really questioned a lot of his coaching decisions in that game. They really did.
Sure.
But they do that with any coach when they're coming behind the automatic. They automatically believe that you're supposed to be winning.
Right.
Also,
they said stuff was, that's not Nick Saban way.
It's probably that was probably just a sign of this time for Nick Saban to go anyway.
Which is
the
true.
dude is
So do you
70
think, though,
plus years old.
He gonna just leave it and nothing do no else? Or you gonna take a year off, something like that, and come back?
First things first, I think the first thing that's gonna happen for Nick Saban is they're going to call him to network television, whomever wants him, and they're gonna pay him a boatload of money.
Yep.
Of course. You probably be on the SEC network.
No, that ain't big enough.
Not big enough?
No. NBC, ABC, whomever.
Right.
He'll ESPN.
I was gonna say ESPN, college sports,
somebody.
To be with
I'll go to ESPN. They fire people too fast.
Why can't I think about
maybe he can be the new Lee Corso.
Or that, because Lee Corso is, we all saw him on the
last couple of years.
Oh, he ain't looking too well, is he?
Yeah, that
when he was talking, man, I'm looking at his face and it's like, I'm saying,
listen,
there's something wrong with him.
Was I the only one that thought when Lee Corso put on the helmet to say that he thought Michigan was going to win, it was like, he about to fall over.
You know what?
I thought the same thing.
Fall over.
Keep going.
All right, no.
You like Lee Corso that
too
much?
soon?
No, I don't.
But
there's just something wrong with him. I think he's ill or something. Something's wrong with him.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
But they
generally
said
when you're 165 years old, you get to moving on.
But they said Saban might be able to do that job now.
Maybe.
Because he's young enough to fill his shoes.
I think he'll take a year off though.
At least I am.
I think he'll take a year off, not do nothing for real.
All right, moving on. Another thing that we need to discuss, another fallout from the CFP championship, is a lot of these players are going to the NFL.
Correct.
Michael Penix.
Penix. His name Penix.
Yep, moving on.
A lot of that defense they got going on there too.
Moving on.
His daddy Big Penix.
Hey, welcome back.
And meanwhile, Joy is the only one that can get away with that joke here. So, but like all of their receivers, they're headed to the league.
Yep.
Michael Penix.
I couldn't stop laughing.
It's okay. A lot of the defensive players from Michigan
Yeah.
headed to the league.
JJ McCarthy.
This is the question.
I don't know why, but he's going.
This is the question. Can we once and for all just say this? JJ McCarthy does not need to go to the league.
No, he doesn't.
And it was on that fact was on full display.
Yep.
During the
I'm gonna say this.
CFP championship.
I'm gonna say this, and I think me and you talked about this before. I don't see it.
I don't either.
They talk about he's like this greatest quarterback. I don't see it.
He has
He's
a great
not.
team.
How can you be the greatest quarterback when you throw for 130 yards a game?
They compare this man to Brady. I do not see it.
No, he's and I can't stand Brady either. But he's no Brady. He's nowhere near Brady, and
Maybe
he's not ready.
Maybe
for the
they
league.
were talking about Brady Bunch.
The man is what 28-1 in his Michigan career, but I don't think he threw more than.
But it's,
In that
Has he
28-1,
but
Has
he's
he ever
not
threw more
the
than
person
30 passes
making
in
the
the
plays
season?
for the
No.
team.
no, he didn't win. He wasn't the reason they
threw
won.
19 passes this game, didn't he?
If all you have to do is turn around and hand the ball off to Blake Corum
Edwards.
or Donovan Edwards or whoever they had in the backfield,
Hey,
it would be disrespectful to game managers to say that he was even a game manager.
But he didn't make that one run.
Okay, is he trying to go to the league as a running back?
Nah.
Okay then.
But I tell you this, if I tell you this, if Harbaugh go, he gonna get drafted.
Yeah.
Now see, that's what we talked about, and that's where the weed kicked in for you, because nobody is drafting JJ.
If Harbaugh goes to the NFL, he will be drafted.
But why the talk? Because why has he gotten so much talk? Because somebody had the nerve to fix their lips to say that he was in the same group with like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams and Michael Penix and
Bite your
Bo
tongue.
Nix and Drake Nix.
Bite your tongue.
How in the hell? What talking head got paid to say that, and why?
Your favorite person, Mel Kiper Jr.
Is he on Michigan payroll?
He must be, because he's JJ McCarthy. You know where this is coming from is not NFL ready. I mean, over the week, over the course of the game on Monday night, we're hanging out with some friends, watching the game. And a topic came up. Hey, Steve, where do you think he goes in the draft? Some guy goes, man, I got him late second, and I'm like, next year late second, because he should not be drafted at all this year. I mean,
Look at
so it's credit. It's just like, yeah, like 80% of your plays is turn around and handing off the ball.
Yeah.
And then, you had big games. Your big games are against your first four opponents were also non-conference. And they're also teams that have struggled against Schoolcraft.
It was Powell League West.
Yeah. And it's just like, throw up 300 against Penn State defense. Throw up 300 against Ohio State. Throw up 300, I don't know, either one of the college football playoff games you played in. To me, he is not an NFL-ready quarterback. And if he's smart, and I know money's going to outdo smartness, but if he's smart, he can get that NIL money, make more money in Michigan, and then instead of being a fourth-round draft pick or a fifth-round draft pick and getting less than seven figures.
He already said he not coming back.
I don't know that's been. I don't know that's been
He
said
said that?
yet.
He said this is my last year with these guys.
No, he said he'll
Maybe
be back.
with
He
those
said he'll be
guys,
back in
they're
the college
going
football
into
playoff when he lost to TCU last year.
That could be what that. It does not mean that he's the one
But no,
going.
he is not NFL ready. He's far from.
He's still too wet behind the ears, or still
He's-
blue. Like he's still talented, sure, but not
I'm
enough
gonna
where he
say-
can compete with some of those other.
Yeah, I don't even think that the kid, not let alone NFL ready now. I simply don't think he's NFL caliber.
The kid they got coming
I don't know,
from
man.
the kid they got from
Brock Purdy was
North
what, the
Carolina,
last
the
one
high school
drafted?
football player that are
That's
like
a fair
4-star.
point.
So it's
He has
Tom
more
Brady.
chance to get the NFL
Never tell.
than McCarthy does.
I'm gonna say, look, Brock Purdy was the last one drafted. So Tom Brady, you never tell the heart of a guy. I'm just saying from his performance don't look right, but you never can tell how really he played.
No,
we don't see him in
and
practice
That's
every
true.
day.
Listen,
That is true.
We don't see him in
I'm-
practice every day. So.
I'm just telling
That
you
is very true.
from what I've seen of him. At least,
I think he needs to play one more year.
at least with Brock Purdy, somebody saw something in him.
Yeah,
to draft him.
99.
Okay, but they took a shot on him.
But I'm saying this about this though.
But wait, is there anything about what you've seen? Because Lord knows, ain't none of us saw Brock Purdy in college. Is there anything about what you've seen from Brock Purdy that makes you think that JJ McCarthy is anywhere near even that level?
I've seen nothing from JJ McCarthy, but I'm gonna say this about that. I'm not. I know he's going to the draft. We all know he's going to the draft. But I'll say this about McCarty. We don't watch him practice. He did what he was asked to do at Michigan. They had a hell of a running game, get a ball to the people that would fucking win the game for us. That was asked to do. They asked him to throw 19
I
times.
get that. I get that, but that's not gonna be the same. When
and if Mel Kiper think he can go,
I agree.
He must have saw something.
Mel Kiper, what? He ain't seen shit.
Now, Mel Kiper was also high on Ryan Leaf.
Thank you.
Wow, you going there really?
We are. We are.
Wow.
We talking apples to apples, ain't we?
He was high on with the guy from Raiders, Marcus.
LaMarcus Russell.
LaMarcus Russell.
Yeah, remember how there be high on him?
Oh, not LaMarcus. Jamarcus.
Yeah, he can throw 70 yards for his knees. Well, he better be good at something else on his knees because he ain't gonna make no money in football.
Wow.
I didn't say that.
Wow.
New Year, new him.
Something else on his knees. Wow.
Franchise reporting that
For duty.
Reporting for duty.
that JJ McCarthy has an OnlyFans. Okay. So let me do this.
All right then.
if you had
Y'all have not been on your best behavior since I've been gone.
Nope.
Shit, we on it now.
But who do if you had to say who was going number one in the 2024 draft, which is going to be held right here in Detroit, Michigan, who do you think goes one?
Caleb
Williams. Even though it's Chicago that has the pick.
We don't know Chicago had the pick though.
They do have the pick as of now.
As of now.
That's why they doing all that scuttlebutt talk in Chicago.
If they get rid of Justin Fields,
they're talking about it because they're talking about
which
getting rid of the coach.
To me, it'd be stupid.
Very.
But anyway, they get rid of Justin Fields. Caleb Williams, he's gonna be number one, and they keep the number one pick.
Shit,
Caleb Williams.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they keep it, but they don't draft Caleb Williams because they don't need to.
We know they don't need to, but
they do something smart for once and pick up. Well, that would be the smartest thing. But I ain't saying it was that smart.
Right.
Ooh.
They keep the pick because they also have what? Number 6, 7?
9. Number 9.
Okay, number 9.
We got 1 and 9.
And Marvin Harrison Jr. Welcome to the league.
I want to pick him.
I wouldn't either. But
I'll pick my man from Washington.
Thank you. I would as well.
That man's a beast.
But this ain't us doing the picking. And we just conceded that the people doing the picking ain't the smartest. So, but I would keep the pick and pick up either Rome Odunze or Marvin Harrison Jr. At 1. Yep. Now, the smartest thing to do is what you said, franchise, which is trade back and get more picks.
I think that's what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do that.
All right. So
I think they're gonna keep Justin Fields and trade back and more picks.
All right. So let's do this then. Name a team that they should trade back to. Trade
Atlanta.
Okay, they need a quarterback.
Washington, they can move up one spot if they really like their guy.
Well, Washington has Sam Howell, who has actually sort of
no, he's not.
I like
the only reason why he played the last 2 weeks because they wanted to play Jacoby Brissett. Remember, that's the reason why he played. And he has to do interceptions.
But in Washington, I like them.
You trade with the Jets, and you get Ramsey over there with you.
You trade with the Jets.
Yeah.
To do what?
So they get their quarterback and put a D-back over there.
I'm not trading with the Jets, and the Jets don't need to be looking to get no quarterback no way. Whoever their quarterback is, they need to get an offensive line.
Are you trying to say Aaron Rodgers going to be there forever?
Well, Aaron Rodgers is done so.
Yeah.
So
the quarterback.
I don't care who the quarterback is.
They need a lot of other stuff out
so you're going to go out and get a quarterback, still don't have an offensive line.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my franchise quarterback and build a line.
What's Vegas doing?
That is actually a good question because I don't know. Aiden O'Connell is their quarterback right now, and I don't know about.
He's gonna be there next year. Okay, my fault. He'll be there next year according to who the coach is. If Pierce the coach, he'll be there next year.
Because if anything, see what Vegas got, and
what pick is Tennessee?
Tennessee.
That's also
a good point.
They need a quarterback.
And Tennessee has been making some last minute stops with some stuff too, so their team is not completely fractured.
Right. You're right.
They are still going to
Will Levis.
Will Levis is.
I forgot they had that guy.
I mean, they have him. I'm not saying he's the answer, but they might draft somebody else later in the round.
You know what? Because he wasn't playing, he got hurt, right? I forgot they had him.
Well, we'll see.
Atlanta would have to trade from 8 to 1 or 2 to get the quarterback that they want.
Which is the other thing, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, and I don't care to do a dive in it. What do they have to offer other than the 8th pick?
Carolina should trade up for that quarterback.
Moving on.
I mean, like one of the teams you might want to look at maybe jumping up to get a quarterback might be Denver from 12.
They got their quarterback.
No,
I
they're
don't know.
about to get rid of Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they
No,
might
I mean the other guy, the backup.
Trevor
Who,
Siemian.
No, they drafted Trevor Siemian, and
Yeah.
Trevor Siemian has been there for.
And-
No, that's not their
And
answer.
actually,
Look at
I don't
me.
think no team
Shit, is Carr happy
farther
with the Saints?
back than
Because the
12
Saints
will
don't seem to be too happy
move
with
up
Carr.
to get their quarterback.
They won't.
I think they'll be
They won't.
fine.
Because after that, some teams
So
that
Denver's
only have
Denver's
their
like 12 or
quarterback,
something?
Denver's 12. I think Denver would be the farthest one back
I
that
think
would
if you
jump
go
up.
trade, you go trade in the top seven.
Yeah, if
You're
you're
not gonna
Denver
trade
trading
nobody
up to
below
get your quarterback of the future, and that has to be 1 or 2.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of shaking going on with that, so we'll visit that
New
later
England.
on. Also true.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Also
Maybe the
true.
Pittsburgh Steelers might be looking for
They
a
need a
quarterback.
Yeah, but we'll revisit
They need a
this
coach, a quarterback, a
closer to
team,
draft time
O-line,
because
D-line.
a lot of stuff is probably gonna move around by the time we
Hey, the
get back
defense
to
is pretty
it.
good.
They need a new locker room,
But
uniform,
shut it up. But
shit, pocket
let's
spaces,
move-
bleachers.
Let's move to the NFL, but we'll still keep in line with who's going where, who's doing what. Because, well, Black Monday came and went, and we learned a lot.
Okay, name
There's a whole bunch of teams that now need
black.
a head coach.
Hey, that's my line. Why gotta be black? It's my line, okay? That's my line.
Associate all the bad stuff with black.
But February, you can't.
No, February I'm off. I'm off limits.
Off limits.
So just moving past all of that,
What's that guy name again?
here are
You gotta know.
America. I really don't want to talk about that, but I swear I'm gonna save that for the end of the show.
Always gotta put a nigga last.
Gotta put him last.
Very good. Very good. But here are the 7 teams that are now in need of a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee,
Mhm.
Vegas,
Mhm.
Washington,
Mhm.
Carolina, LA Chargers, Atlanta, and added to the list today, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
For
It's kind of a
whatever
shocking move to
reason,
me, yeah.
That's yeah.
for whatever
Pete
reason,
Carroll.
Pete Carroll is stepping down. Now, I don't, it's a little fuzzy on whether he's stepping down, whether he was fired or resigned or whatever the case may be.
Whether it was a voluntary step down or
Yeah.
Y'all know-
mandatory.
Right.
Oh, I'm saying this, and I can see this.
Oh, here
plain
we
as day.
go.
I'm saying, y'all know what Pete Carroll going. Come on, stop it.
He's staying with the Seahawks in an advisory
It's an
role.
advisory- it's
He
an
just
advisory
won't be
role,
their head
yeah.
coach.
He's just not going to be the head coach.
So he put
As of
a,
right now, because you never know. It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be
Oh,
a banana in the tailpipe kind of
Like
thing.
to me,
Also, it probably
I
is.
hope it's not the truth. But
put a
this says
string on the
something
guy.
else.
This is what you gonna do.
This says something else. I hope
And
it's not
next thing
true,
you know-
but this says something. When you like, you just all of a sudden you're like,
Out of nowhere.
and out of nowhere, and then you're gonna send a team as advisory.
Exactly.
This tells me that the
Yeah.
Seahawks, as an organization, was shocked by it. So,
And to be
and
fair-
I hope it's not.
right. I mean, but hey, I mean, Pete Carroll is what, 70?
71.
71?
Oh, and he looks good to be 71. He looks damn.
It's the gum.
Yeah.
But the thing,
Hubba bubba.
you know, I'm curious as to what it actually is.
Right.
Because it could be a newly found health issue.
Right.
It could be.
Or it could be the fact that he has some disgruntled players this past season. Namely, their star receiver, DK Metcalf.
But I would think it wouldn't be that, but you never know.
Well,
you
I
never
mean,
know.
well, not just that alone.
Right.
It's been a lingering thing. Plus, the past couple of seasons, they've been underwhelming.
Correct.
So maybe you got to start at some point. You got to start again.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just like, hey, let's
you
bite the
can't-
bullet now.
You can't keep reinventing the wheel.
Right.
I'm surprised the Cardinals coach still got his job. Whatever it is.
Well, I mean, how many coaches you want them to go through a year? They
Yeah,
just got rid of Cliff Kingsbury last year.
Gotta get the right one at one point. At some point.
I don't know,
The
but
Cardinals, yeah. I forgot about the Cardinals.
I think,
these are the 7 that we got.
I think Vrabel will end up in Seattle.
You think Vrabel,
Yep.
the fired coach from Tennessee, goes to Seattle?
Either Seattle or Atlanta. One of them.
Okay. Anybody else got any suggestions about where and who might go?
I've been hearing them.
I like the pick that you said there for Vrabel in Seattle, but I think I think later this week, we're gonna see that Belichick's gonna be stepping away, and Vrabel's gonna go to the Patriots.
That would be ideal for him, but
it's our
I don't know.
storyline. I just don't know if that's happening.
I don't know.
But I mean,
I've been
we don't know
hearing
if
rumblings
Belichick's
about
stepping away.
Chicago trying to do something, shaking up in their coaching
thing-
and in their
no, they
leadership.
They came
staff.
out. They also came out today and said they're staying
with their
Okay,
coach.
okay.
They're staying with their coach. Yeah.
Because
But I don't think Belichick's leaving. I think he might give up some duties. I don't think he's leaving though.
Oh, I think he's
doesn't
leaving.
doesn't keep that coach kind of tell you too that they're gonna keep Justin Fields?
That's what that is.
I don't know.
Well, yes, maybe, but in keeping people, they also got rid of their OC today.
Yeah. Which tells me is like, okay, we have the guy,
Who was-
you're not using him properly.
Who was the defense coordinator that cussed out the coach that fired him? What was his name?
Who?
Is the coordinator that got fired?
Wasn't that for
this week.
Giants?
For who?
Was
The Giants?
it the New York Giants where he cussed
No.
him out? He basically,
Cussed his coach
Yeah.
out.
it was
they
like
fired
in a
him.
meeting and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
Martindale.
They fired him.
Wink Martindale.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
For
It
who
was
again?
the Giants.
Giants, Wink
The
Martindale.
Giants. Their
Uh,
defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Yeah.
They blamed all of it on him.
Fuck you hoes, I'm out.
Well, here's the one thing. Here's the two things that I have to say because I honestly I don't have, but I
But you
do
do
know
know.
this. Needs to make Antonio Pierce the coach permanently.
Would you take him over Eric Bieniemy?
Yep.
No, because Eric Bieniemy needs to get the job in Washington.
Yeah.
So
But that don't mean
We
that's
don't-
what
hold
happened.
on.
not right. Not that it's gonna
Wait a
happen,
minute.
but that's what should happen.
That may happen, Magic Johnson over there.
Maybe that's what
So
should happen.
They said when who's
What
the
other
coach?
reason would
Because they
would
talking about
Eric
Belichick.
Bieniemy have went to Washington, leave KC, go to Washington to
Same
be
job.
the same thing? He should be the guy.
Who's coach of Washington again? What's his name? The
Ron Rivera.
They said once he sat down on Magic, they knew his career was over. Magic's like, yeah, you're done.
It's talks of Belichick possibly going to Washington because they don't want him in the Patriots.
That has also been rumored.
One quick question to you. Out of these 7 teams that are available, is there a team here on this list that Ben Johnson goes to? Or Aaron Glenn?
If I'm the Detroit Lions, I try to keep Ben
I would try
Johnson
to
right
keep
where
both
he
of
at.
them.
Right, but yeah, you can't
Yeah,
stop the man. You can't
Ben
stop him.
Johnson, unfortunately, as much as he's done for the Lions in the past 2 seasons, Ben Johnson is on his way to being a head coach.
Is there one of these teams here that you see him going to?
And if I had to pick any
I'm almost say
team
Atlanta.
out of them, Atlanta's not a bad choice because they have weapons, and he used the fuck out of them.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying.
The team that sticks out to me though is the LA Chargers because they also have
It's if
Yeah,
Harbaugh don't go
I
there.
think
He's going to go to the other team that Harbaugh don't go
I
to.
think if Ben Johnson gets the head coach, he's gonna end up in Carolina.
I don't
No,
think
I
he
don't
wants-
think
he would
I
want
don't
to.
think he
He
wants
would have
to
to.
go there.
I don't think we have to.
They
deconstruct
need somebody
them.
like him though.
They
Yeah,
do,
he-
but
they
they
also-
would have to build so.
And
much.
not only that, they tried to get him last year, and he took his name out of the hat for that job.
Right. He said,
He's like, nope, I stay here. Look, don't
I
go
don't-
chasing waterfalls.
I don't know who said it best, but like one of the shows I do watch, Get Up, I do watch. I think it was Dominic Foxworthy, or yeah, I think it was Dominic Foxworthy when the Carolina Panthers first came up. They're like, oh, who wants to go and coach in Carolina? And Dominic Foxworthy jokingly, they said, we all know it's going to be a rookie black head coach because he's going to be so far in the hole they won't give the guy a chance. You know,
Also
And
true.
Dominic
Yeah, that's
Foxworthy.
Unfortunately, that's true.
very true.
And this is not me, America, obviously, but this is from Dominic Foxworthy. Get up, 8 a.m., whatever, blah blah. But yeah, when he said that, I was like, you know what? He's probably right. As sad as it is to say,
but
he is probably
he's
right.
Very, yeah.
You know, he's either him or Ryan Clark, one of the two
Well,
that said that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was either one of them.
I would
Right.
say that Carolina is the most toxic job.
Right next to Washington. Well, I mean, Carolina's definitely by far this is the worst.
Well, yeah, and Washington might be number 2, but
Right.
the only thing about Washington is attempting to right the ship. They
Yeah, they
changed
are.
ownership.
Magic Johnson's there.
They're changing things there. Meanwhile, David Tepper is throwing drinks on people.
Right.
Yeah, he probably trying to share. And the guy didn't open his mouth wide enough.
What? Wait, what?
I want you to think about the context in which you just said that, sir.
Can we get an instant replay?
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're going to have a hard time finding a coach.
Yeah.
And when we talk about token black guy who gets the bullshit job, how about they go back and get Steve Wilkes, who should have had the job in the first place?
They might get Tubby Smith.
If we
They used to bring him in for a year and fire him.
If we lose Aaron Glenn, I'm definitely going to have to Steve Wilkes for a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He'd be my first call.
Which, since they're looking for somebody. Oh wow. I just thought about where Aaron Glenn might land.
Washington.
That's what I'm sitting here thinking, especially if they actually do the right thing,
Right.
and elevate Eric Bieniemy to head coach. Yeah, that might happen. Well, we'll see about that. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing that's going on in the NFL, which is the playoffs. Playoffs. We actually get.
We got a postseason.
And a home game.
Prime time.
But here's the crazy part about it: we're the 3 seed.
My liver can't handle 3 more prime time.
When we shouldn't have been.
In reality, not in reality. Hypothetically speaking,
There you go.
It's gonna be a long one.
Here we go.
no. If, and we have to go back 2 weeks ago. Fuck you, Brad Allen. If we don't get screwed out of that game in Dallas 2 weeks ago, and every single thing happens exactly
How it happened this
how it happened
But
this
it
past
wouldn't.
Sunday.
It wouldn't.
Oh, you would know.
We don't
And
know.
You
No,
don't
you
know that.
No, you
Because
don't.
they didn't play their people. What you talking about?
And guess what? At which point in time, perhaps the
They still
Rams
was gonna-
play their people.
No.
We don't.
You
Let's
do know.
just listen.
Here's the thing.
I said hypothetically, but we do not know, in fact, that it goes any differently than it did.
Oh, it
Even if,
would've.
okay, and in realistically speaking, just off of that, fuck the hypothetically, they did not play 20 people, but they still had the same seed number that they had at the time that we were playing Dallas. So their strategy still would have been the same regardless
Once
if they
they
wouldn't have screwed
clinched,
us
though,
out of that game.
This is what I'm saying. This
They still won the rest.
This shouldn't be hypothetical. Once the Central clicks, they weren't playing the people. Everybody knew they weren't going to play the people that game. But at the least, Detroit should be seed number 2. At the least.
Now that I agree with.
And this is where
That I could say for
hypothetical-
sure. Yeah.
Sure,
That's what actually should have happened.
But
That's what
here's
should happen.
where the hypothetical kicks in, though, because we cannot just automatically say
That San Fran was
that
gonna
these
win.
results
Philly was
would
gonna
not be the same only because San Fran was looking to keep their 1 seed. Maybe they weren't.
Shit.
Maybe they felt that, we're good
We can take this L.
and we could do this.
Yeah, but
I
NFL
don't
teams
see
don't do
that.
that.
I don't see
Nah.
that. I don't see
Ain't
that.
nobody doing
I
that.
didn't-
But they
no,
got-
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
If
I'm
Detroit
I'm
won
not
that
saying
game, they're like, we
take
playing our people. We got to win the
Now,
game.
especially if Detroit would have
It's,
won.
it's like me.
I agree with you.
Me
Tomorrow.
telling somebody no, I
They
don't
too
want
close
that.
on our
It's like me
heels.
telling
We
somebody no, I
not
don't
going
want
to
that.
Detroit.
Listen, I'm not saying that they're just going to sit them knowing that they could lose the 1 seed. What I am saying is if that's on the table, well, one, that's pressure on them. And B, if they're playing their people, the Rams are probably going to play their people, at which point in time, we got a game. And we cannot sit and just automatically say that the Rams still wouldn't have won.
They would have lost.
Well,
So-
I'm not gonna say we have a game we can watch. Yeah.
They would have lost.
No, I'm saying there's a game we can watch. Yeah.
All I know is we
don't
should be
know
number 2.
for sure.
But I still think I still think the Rams are
whatever.
gonna play their players no matter what.
Oh,
There's only one team out there
Hey.
that can handle the 49ers, and it's the Ravens. That's
but
it.
actually, there's literally 5 teams
So
that
one
can
they handle.
because they finished the season at 12-5. So I don't want to hear that.
Cinco.
But here we are.
Shit, the Rams handled them.
Here
Not
we
the-
are.
No, they didn't handle it. They handled the
And
backups.
Matt Stafford didn't even play.
My
Neither did that
point,
guys. They handled the backups.
my point.
The backups
is-
beat the
Hold on,
backups.
but whoa, but stop and pause because y'all talking about them playing their players. Debo Samuels played.
He did.
Brandon Ayuk played.
He did.
Nick Bosa played.
He did. And Chris.
Fred Warner played.
And Nick Bosa's the one that got the offsides from that. Ended
So,
up helping them.
Carson Wentz played.
You
My
shut
only
up.
point
You
is-
shut your
They
face.
running back
they-
was Mitchell.
They
Right.
did not.
And
They
Carson Wentz
did
did more
not.
running as a running back than
Yeah,
a quarterback.
Right. But they did not just rest everyone.
That is true.
So
Debo Samuels didn't play the whole game.
Let's not.
Ian Duke didn't play the whole game.
Let's not
So stop it. So let's stop it, dude.
like this couldn't happen.
It couldn't.
Nonetheless, here's my.
I'm a Detroit Lions fan.
Is there anybody that's willing to say that the reference situation is corrupt?
I've been saying that.
Is that
You know how I feel.
is that too hard or too harsh of a word?
No.
We had
to
this because you
use-
know how I feel. I feel somebody betting on that game.
Thank you. Because come on, man.
But I'm talking about in general, not just.
But I've been saying that, and yes, and I took the lead. Sorry, I am a jaded Detroit sports fan person because I swear to God, anytime Detroit makes it somewhere, it don't matter what branch of the league we're talking about, unless it's hockey. And the only reason why I say that is because I don't watch it because I don't know all the rules.
FYI, we get screwed there too.
And I was assuming that. But anytime it seemed like it's almost like they already have the history written for us and they'll give us our credit because, okay, at least y'all made it, but they never want us to get to the elite status or compete with some of these teams that they already. It was Dallas. That's quote unquote America's team. You don't want them to lose to the Lions, so you do this bullshit. Even it was Dallas last time it was a wild card when Sue was with us. Ruined our wild card chances then. So it's always something. And my biggest problem is if this is something that is known and something that is obvious and something that you can be proven. First of all, it's no longer conspiracy theory if it's proven that it can happen. Now it's a probability. I don't like the whole thing of, dang, that was messed up and no repercussions happened to rectify what was wrong. That shit was stolen from us. And it just is what it is.
That sort of kind of irks me.
That will never happen. I mean, over the top 4 major sports, they're never gonna change the outcome of a game with a phone call 24 hours later.
No, not that. Because and especially now that gambling is involved, we know that's not going to happen.
All right.
But what I am going to say, every year we get screwed.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go into the winter meeting.
Yep.
And some rule gets changed.
Well, like the Calvin Johnson rule?
Like that. Like the bat out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, the back of the end zone rule.
Well, you can take it to this though.
Oh my God, I forgot about that when he literally hit it.
You take it into consideration.
Because if you can come up with rules to change for the Megatron shit, because you got tired of him catching balls and stuff that everybody thought were impossible to catch. I do
believe that's overlooked Green Bay. They better overlook Green Bay. Dallas can be beat by Green Bay.
Sure can.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I want them to.
Now, to be fair, I want them to lose on an egregious call. That's just me being petty.
That's fair.
A 2-point conversion.
Yes.
In fact, that's what I like to see.
In.
But what I want to know is, do we think that we are now sitting here in the offseason, there's going to be another rule change?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. There's gonna be a way where these offensive linemen clear the way to the ref to say, "Listen, I'm reporting." There'll be a change. Because right now all they're doing is rubbing their number and
saying they'll also change.
They need to change the refs need to be refereed.
That's what I'm getting. I
think they're gonna also change the replay rules, like something like that egregious happened. We go to the replay and see.
How can you replay? This was it was already an untimed down, and we're talking about not a play. We're talking about in between plays. The teams were still in the huddle. The referees.
This man
need to be refereed.
Correct. This man said, and I quote.
Well, how do you
I wasn't paying attention. That is I'm sorry.
And you got one job.
He said, I was assuming 70 was reporting because that's what you've been doing all day.
Right, but then my job is...
that's what he said.
You got one job.
And that's what he actually said. This is not us making this up. He actually said, you know what? My bad. I just assumed it was 70 because that's what he's been doing.
But wait a minute, though.
But if you're the referee, you're supposed to pay attention.
Why didn't they huddle and talk about that? I thought it was
because he had already said it.
He declared 70.
It was already done, and you can't undo it.
He declared 70, and the Lions didn't have a timeout left.
But then the thing is, we have video proof showing that 68 did it.
But it tells me though that a lot of people in Lions fell asleep too. I mean, if they didn't hear him say number 70 reported, somebody should have been yelling at the sideline real quick. Or maybe Goff should have said, "Well, he said 70. Don't throw it to him."
You're still.
I'm not blaming him.
At that point, you're still operating against the play clock, and you don't have any timeouts. Although it's an untimed down, you still only have that 35 seconds to get the play off.
I was talking about the replay will be changed, like in the egregious act that happened with Kansas City, Green Bay. Where they get, oh man, that was a pass interference. Be able to challenge that.
But the only problem if you do that is now the team that you're screwing over is the Dallas Cowboys in that instance, because they did what they did based on the information they had, and this wasn't a situation where this was
not a player versus player obvious call. This was legit based upon the assessment and the reaction of a referee who was supposed to be paying attention. It don't matter what you were familiar with, because they also said, even the coaches who are now sports analysts were saying, You already have they already tell you these are some of our trick plays. You know this was going on. We're going to make our linebacker. We're going to do our O-line as this. He's going to be you already know this stuff. So at the end of the day, there's a giant difference between, okay, they didn't call a pass interference. But sometimes some calls are not as obvious. You literally saying that was an illegal touch because you weren't paying attention to who reported to you has nothing to do with the players, has nothing to do with the coach. The only thing that I would have said that should have happened is after that offsides, that thank you, Mekhi Parsons, which your dumbass gave us, instead of going for the 2-point conversion because the motivation and all the momentum is done, you should have just went for overtime.
But moving forward.
But now you're making the players responsible for the referees' lack of due diligence.
That passing you talking about was obvious. He mugged that man.
That's fair. Now that I agree with that, but these are two different things because this had nothing to do with what the players did wrong or somebody blamed them.
Moving forward, they already have like a grading system for referees. I want them to enforce that shit. That's the change that I want to see them make. Enforce that shit to the hilt and make it week to week. If you don't grade out, say above a B, guess what, bro?
You only get to ref summer league.
You're not getting.
You get training camp.
Your crew is not getting the gig next week
at all.
Or
you might not have no referees.
Well, I'm saying. Yeah.
No, because unless every single ref is literally there's some ridiculous and egregious performance by every crew.
The refs
I agree with you that they need some kind of system to do it, but they're human. They're gonna make these mistakes. You can't put them out. You will have no referees. I'm telling you.
Because there's a giant difference between not agreeing with calls versus this was a dereliction.
Also, we're not talking about subjective calls. They already have instant replay for that.
Correct.
We're talking about literally just fucking up.
Failure to do your job.
Just fucking up.
Just making full time.
I probably guarantee every referee team fucked up every game. I guarantee they do.
Sure.
That's not always true.
Go ahead and make it full time.
There's a hold here.
Hold on. Go ahead, franchise. Make it full time. That's fine. You still get assessed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. But you have to make these guys full time before you get assessed.
I'm with it
because I think you'll run out of referees and umpires the other way.
See,
that's me thinking. That's what I would think. But I think if you make it full time and then you have like some in the wing that can move up if you get rid of these people and make your replacement full time, that might be something that okay, I don't want to lose my full time gig.
They have that in place, even though they're part time. They have that system in place. That's there.
Yeah, but these guys are also lawyers and doctors, and
listen. I agree with you about bet on the game. I agree with you, but what I am saying is, even if they don't, we're not going to run out of reps.
Right.
That's not happening. You put in place, you want to make it to the league. You want to make it. You have to literally live up to a standard, and if you get there, there's a relegation process. Period. Point blank range. Because we can't have that.
Because if they can do it for college, they can't do it for NFL.
We shouldn't be sitting here 2 weeks later still talking about this shit.
This is what we talking about all summer.
There's a giant difference between something costing someone an actual
championship. If the Lions don't make it to a certain point. They talk about if that fucking call was made, we wouldn't have had to be with the playing this game. We could have played this game and worked our way around.
But that is correct.
Correct.
We talk all summer.
Now, if it's again a bad call is a bad call. It's a difference between a bad call or a call you don't agree with versus something that is completely tangibly at the fault of the referee. That one was completely at his fault. You can't ask a player or a coach or a huddle to do nothing more than what if they've already done everything correct.
They did put out I don't know.
Yeah, when they showed that they fucked up.
No.
The training video.
After all, they put out a statement saying, "Well, the guy got to make sure that the guy heard him." What the fuck? Come on, dude.
They put out. They said, "What?"
NFL supposed to. Well, the guy got to make sure that the referee heard him.
So now I got to do your job and my job and still stay focused on the game.
I'm thinking in my mind, if I'm talking to you, you don't hear me.
That part. And if that's the case, well then
I'm standing directly in front of you. The rule is I'm supposed to do this. I'm doing this, and I'm saying 68 is eligible.
Maybe you thought you had heartburn.
At what point in time did your goofy ass not understand that 68 was reporting as eligible?
When 70 was running up.
And see, the crazy part is, All of them are running. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a football field, just like how you on the football when they get
one
to
of
running.
the guys on the shows talking about, well, they were trying to be deceptive.
Yes,
Dude,
dumbass.
that's football.
Thank you.
All plays are deceptive.
No
We try
one
to
is
make the
going to
message we
literally
wanna make.
yell out when the game is on the line. Guess what we're about to do now?
I know.
Especially
Well,
us being Lions, because they used to know our plays before we even called them.
So,
Which is a whole nother situation.
But I agree.
Something else that perhaps should be in the rules. This whole reporting shit. If I'm sitting here on the edge and I'm not covered up, I should be fucking eligible.
That's what I was telling somebody else. 70 was covered up. He can't be eligible. He's covered up on the end.
Correct.
He cannot be eligible. They didn't have a 2 line set.
Correct.
They have 5 and then 68.
Correct.
He's covered up. He can't be eligible.
And the crazy
And the wide receiver literally stepped back so that he wouldn't be covered up.
As a defensive captain on the defense, you should recognize that man's not covered up. He probably eligible.
All right.
I'm done.
I'm flushing the toilet on this now. I'm past this. I'm flushing the toilet on this
So
story.
here we are.
You had to take the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Sunday.
Right. I think the Browns to the Super Bowl.
In the fire department, we said something like gotta drop the kids out the pool.
But here we are as a result of all that. Come Sunday, we're playing the Rams.
Why are you clapping for that?
Because I can't wait. Go ahead.
What's not going to happen, we are not doing the popular storyline. We're not.
Cheering for Matt Stafford. Fuck you right now.
What are you talking about?
I am simply going to.
You cheer for who?
Stafford's played his first home game in Detroit.
Fuck all of that. We're not doing that. Y'all not hijacking the show for that shit.
Nope.
But here's all I want to know. All I want to know. Just give me a legitimate reason why we win.
Ooh.
Or if you think that we're going to lose.
Blasphemy.
Bang. Give me a legitimate reason why you think we're going to win or why you think we're going to lose. Franchise?
Brad Allen.
That the win or lose?
Didn't we just say we were going?
Oh, okay. No, I think it might be the secondary's inability to cover the wide receivers and Kyren Williams coming out of the backfield.
That's your legit reason why we
lose. Yeah.
And you think
Puka Nakua.
Do you think that we lose?
I'm like 52-48 that we might win.
On the fence.
On the fence.
So give me a reason why you think we might win it.
Stafford being Stafford.
So, listen, I'm going to punch you in your fucking arm once we get off air because...
That's your reason too?
No, because he literally is saying whether it be we win or lose is going to be based on what they
Stafford
do.
does.
True.
That's some bullshit. Legitimate reason why you think they win.
Because we're awesome.
Now you got
that's a great answer.
Oh,
hey,
my God.
You're going to punch her in the arm, too.
I will
Yes.
kick you in the head. Okay, legitimate reason, 1 or 2?
Just one.
Yeah, we don't got enough time for 2 answers.
We're not the same old Lions. We are hungry.
Oh, the brand new
So, for me, the way that Aiden Hutchinson will not give up on trying to get to them quarterbacks, and Matt is not as much of a scrambler. Him and Goff are the same motherfucker. They're the same person. So the same way they D-line get it's the same thing with us.
Fair.
And Matt, when he is being charged, when he get a blitz, fumble.
Fair interception. Sure.
He know how to throw to the wrong team all the time. He did it with us.
No lies detected.
So between the blitz and pressure and the fact that we have more options now, it's not just throw to Calvin Johnson. It ain't just throw to Amon-Ra. There's a lot of plays and options out there for us. We have a great running game now.
Fair enough.
Brand new Lions. BNL.
Reason we win
Not
or
the
reason we lose?
I'm going to give you one of each. I'm going to give you this. The reason you win.
It's always one of the
The reason you win, like they limit the turnovers. No turnovers.
You plan on riding the fence?
Of course.
Continue.
You limit the turnovers. No turnovers. And control the game, time, possession, run the ball. And then throw when you need to throw. The reason you lose, you allow their defense to dictate our offensive game.
That was clear.
Ain't no fucking reason we lose. We win. Why do we win?
Because we're awesome.
Sort of been touched on. We run the ball down their throat. The same way we did with Michael Parsons, the same way we did with Daniil Hunter, run directly at their ass and right past them.
You gonna run directly at Aaron Donald?
Yes.
You out of your rabbit ass.
Yes. Yes.
Good luck with that.
Because see, the thing
And
You
is,
run away from him.
well,
And he can
the problem is, or the difference is,
You know, you
running directly
He got
at
bad
him.
knees.
Yeah, okay.
That means that we get to go to the outside. And who has one of the fastest running backs in the league?
San Francisco. Oh,
Yeah, no,
I'll take this
MCM
mouse.
don't want to see Gibbs in no foot race. Neither here nor there on that. We run it.
Miami. They got the fastest running back in the league. They do.
Him and Moser, I think, literally
That
are neck and neck.
Shit.
But my point
Nobody
to you
Shane.
is
Hey,
this.
Shane.
You already gave your reason, sir.
Oh, that's with him.
We run the ball directly down their throats. And in doing so, we open up the middle of the field because that's going to suck their linebackers up to stop 5 yards of play. And it is at that time that Amon-Ra makes his money. It's at that time that Josh Reynolds makes his money. And please don't let them come back and tell us that Sam Laporta is actually going to play, because that's when he's going to make his money. As far as Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, our pass rush has gotten better. Not necessarily great, but better over the past 4 games. We coming up with some real exotic blitz packages. And yeah, we're going to sack Matt Stafford a couple times at least. And that is going to change the complexion of the game.
I'd like to see if
And short,
I'd like to see if Houston's going to play.
we win.
Yep. And the good news
Let's
is he's
see.
so used to being sacked in Ford Field, he'll feel right at home.
That's
Let's
mean,
see.
but appropriate.
I do
Bow wow.
I do want to touch one of these topics you wrote down there too, because I do want to get to like who our biggest surprise of the NFL was in a
All right,
surprise team.
let's run
And
through it quick.
real quick without any explanations, unless it's like totally off the wall. Then you just got to go home. So,
Your biggest surprise for the NFL season,
which team wise or just
just
team? Yeah,
period.
biggest surprise.
Texas.
Texas.
Shit.
Philly losing that many games in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miles got to her. Biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment this year. I'm gonna have to go with man.
Jacksonville for me.
There.
Damn
You've been
it.
on sunshine all season.
She got,
Nah,
she
they've
got
been they just had a bad game the last game. I think the biggest disappointment to me will actually be the Cardinals. They got a decent team and they just fucking who knows the fuck happened to
They
them.
got James Conner and Kyler Murray, but
Hey.
that's about it.
That's it.
Hey, who
You
you-
got good receivers too.
The biggest surprise for me, since you already said, somebody said the Texans, biggest surprise for me was the fact that the Cleveland Browns still held it together after Nick Chubb went down.
Good point.
That's it.
Good point.
Biggest disappointment for me, biggest disappointment. I ain't gonna lie, I really don't have, no, biggest disappointment is Carolina. Because
Why?
I did not, they were on the verge of the playoffs last year.
That
I
is true.
did not think that they were going to take that much of a step back.
I
I wasn't expecting Bryce Young to be like CJ Stroud, but I did not see them regress in the way that they did.
And for the record, my disappointment team is Jacksonville. Also, they were set up this year with Calvin Ridley coming. They were supposed to do some good things this
Yes.
Yeah, it looked like it. And Evan Ingram took a step forward as a tight end.
I expected more from that team.
All right. So, America, that's just about it. We just got this one little thing that we normally have to do now to end the show. The Pistons.
Who? My car? I broke a piston?
I'm a Detroit Pistons fan. I won't abandon my squad, but I am ridiculously disappointed.
Losers, no losers.
Look to your right and see the score.
Last
Down by
week,
20.
last week, We went. We did this. They had 5 games. Said what would their record be for the next 5 games? 1-5, 1-4, 2-3, 3-2, yada yada yada. Franchise said 2-3.
My hopes were up.
Bum, 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 bum.
At 2-3.
Even with the losing record, my hopes
I
were
was even
good
more
for 'em.
optimistic.
You said 3-2.
Yeah, 3-3.
I said 3-2.
Bum, 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 bum.
I said adios. I went on vacation.
I did say 1-4.
Were you here last week? Yeah, she was here last week.
Whip did say 1-4.
I
You
thought they
said,
could.
oh, I thought you said 0-5. That's
I
And
won
for the
4.
record,
I gave them the opportunity to beat one of them teams. God damn it!
they went 0-5. Didn't win a damn game, including the one that's
They lose.
playing to my right at present. They're losing by
not me. The guys on
23.
TV.
So here we go again. Let's try it again. They got 3 games between now and the next time we air. They play at home versus the Rockets. They play at the Wizards, and they play at home versus the
Got a
Timberwolves.
triple double.
3-0, 2-1, 1-2, 0-3.
0-3. 0-3. I'm taking easier
Donut.
way today.
1-2. I think they're gonna beat the Wizards.
Okay. Look, they got Harry Potter on their side.
0-3. I was trying to find a way to say that they could go 2-1, but because I think they can beat the Rockets.
Joy, give me a
I
donut.
just don't
They
think
can't
they're
beat the
going to
Rockets.
beat the Rockets.
They can't beat the Rockets.
And I really know that they can beat the Wizards,
They will beat the Wizards.
but because
And Katie out
And-
anyway. It don't mean
the
nothing.
Timberwolves is going to beat the brakes off of them.
Look at man, they held Wembyambi right now to 16 points.
Yeah, that's because he didn't play for the fourth quarter.
He playing, even though he got 16 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists. So he got a triple double.
Anyway, America, that was sports in layman's terms. I'm sure you heard something crazy because he's on the pod,
I tell the truth.
but
You can hand
get at us. Tell us what you think. We're here every Wednesdays
God damn, Rick Mahorn fat.
at
No, he's not. I love you, Rick Mahorn.
I like my
let me
man.
just do the fucking outro.
I've been saying, I seen him on the TV.
We're here
Threw me off.
every Wednesday at Snooker's Pool and you can actually
I thought it
come and
was
watch us live.
Straight. That's all.
We're also here on YouTube every Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Oh man.
YouTube at Sports in Layman's Terms. We're also on Facebook, Sports in Layman's Terms. We're on X at Layterm Sports. Hell, you could even email us at Sports in Layman's Terms at Gmail. Nope, Layman's Terms Sports at Gmail. Anyway, after turning to my right and seeing that horrible last score, I'm going to get another drink. This has been Sports in Layman's Terms.
Yeah.
Peace.
Time to go.
What do you think about